Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to grout your mosaic. So the first thing you need to do is to make sure you protect your working area. So I have some clear plastic here because grouting can get quite messy. Also, if you did a workshop with me, I gave you some extra grout. If you're working on a board that is 20 on 20 like this one, you will need about 3 tablespoons of grout. So keep some on the side in case you need to add extra. So for 20 on 20, usually you need 3 tablespoons of grout, some water, some little piece of cardboard. If you happen to have a spare spatula, you can take off the top part and use it also. It works even better. A glove, some rags. If you have some old clothes and you can cut them up into rags, that will work even better. Okay, so let's get started. So I have here 3 tablespoons of grout that I'm going to mix with water. So I put my water in a squeeze bottle so I have more control over how much water I'm putting. You want to go slow to make sure you don't put too much. And with your spoon, you start mixing. So the water was already absorbed here, so you need more. You're looking to create a paste that is smooth, a little bit thick. I always tell everybody you want the hummus consistency, not tahina. So just keep that in mind. So you mix it up. You want to mix it really well. So this is an example where I added too much water. See, it's a little bit watery. So that's why it's always good not to put all your grout at the same time in your bowl, so that if you need more, you can get the right consistency. So now I'm going to add a little bit at a time. Okay. And mix. And it's still too thin, so I'm going to add more. Okay, that's why you need to be really careful when adding your water, especially when you have a limited quantity available. Okay. You want to make it really smooth. I mean, this consistency could work. It's not watery. It's not super thick hummus, but you know what? This could work really well actually. So let's do that. So now what we're going to do is basically cover the whole mosaic with the grout. Okay? So with your spoon, you can spread it everywhere. Okay, so you spread it like this. If you want, if you have the top of a spatula, this is amazing. This will work great to spread it everywhere. If you don't, then you can use a cardboard, even an old credit card would work great. And like this, you can spread it everywhere. The point of the grout is to fill in all the holes. So you really want to make sure you get it everywhere. And also not to forget the sides over here. Okay. So when you think you have everything covered, just take a quick look, make sure you don't have any holes. So for example, I can see I have a hole over here. So just make sure you fill that in with grout. So I see a bunch of other holes that I'm trying to fill in right now. If it's easier for you to spread the grout with your hand, just put a glove, but be careful. This is glass, and if your glass is not completely at the same level, you might cut yourself. So, you know, just be careful if you'd rather use your hand. Okay. Okay, once you don't see any more holes, you're gonna take your cardboard again. You're gonna try to take off all the excess grout. Okay, so now I take off the excess, and I am going to just put the excess on the bowl. And slowly, slowly, your design is going to appear again. So actually, it's upside down. Okay. If you see the one edge of the cardboard is getting too hard enough, you can use the other side. You can cut it so you don't get too dirty. Okay. And you continue taking off as much excess grout as you can. Okay, once you feel you can't take off any more grout with your piece of cardboard or your spatula, so I still see some holes, so I'm just moving over with my spatula to fill them up. Okay. So again, if you're using a spatula, it works the same way as the cardboard, to spread and to take off the excess grout. Okay. At this point, the mosaic is still quite dirty, and the grout is still quite wet. That the best thing to do at this point would be to wait about 10 minutes for it to dry a little bit. It will be a lot easier to clean. So let's come back in about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're back. So it's been about 10-15 minutes, and as you can see, some of the grout, you can see like a whitish wash over the tiles. So that's when you know it might be a good time to start cleaning it. Here it's still very dark gray, so we might have a harder time there. We might take another pause, but let's start and see how it goes. Okay, so take your rag and basically you just start to wipe. Don't hesitate to, when it gets dirty, just just fold it or take a new one. And try here as well. So if your tiles are not all the same height, so you might have to go a little bit more inside and to clean them. Like here also, I see this one is a little bit more buried. You might also have areas where you have some glue. So this is glue, so you can just scratch it out. Okay. And also, by the way, the color of the grout will lighten when it's dry. So right now it's a little bit dark. It will go back to the color it was when it was dry. If at any point you see that you wiped out too much grout and that you have the grout is not at the same level as your tile, feel free to add more grout, and it's okay to do with your bare finger. So this looks pretty good. We could stop here. And if in a little while you see again that it looks a little bit dirty, so once it's a little bit dry, you can wipe again. Another thing that helps the tiles shine, you can try once it's drier, also a rag with vinegar, and that also helps the tiles shine. Otherwise, that's it, and we're done.